OG, but it was a bit of a bumpy ride. A bit of back and forth. They did dominate the early game, but then there's a little bit of a throw here and there. Kind of went back to favor. Great plays from JT.
Great plays
JT was really doing that, putting the work in to try and swing it around. Didn't matter at the end of it all. Well, sort of one fight really where they weren't able to just chain lock down Samel and Mao, you know, rather bummed. He was doing a lot of damage when they weren't able to continuously keep him locked down and disabled.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, though, that was probably IG's comeback that got devastated there from a couple of little mistakes and also just maybe just feeling the momentum a little bit too much, right? Like Emo, he bought his perseverance, and then he bought the recipe for the refresher. They take the fight bottom. He dies. He doesn't have buyback. Fly also committed his gold. He dies in a bit of an awkward position away from his team before the fight kicks off. After they were having literally 3-4 consecutive fights where they were just fully coming back after a 15k deficit. So, OG, maybe a tiny bit lucky there at the end of the day, but some big clutch plays that did come out in that last fight from both Saksa as well as Seb. With that huge RP and just splitters and stomps and whatnot. So.
And I think there's no surprise. We've got the draft coming up on your screens right now. A first ban from IG. It is that Saksa ET.
I honestly think that
it's got to go.
Going into main stage, because we're just going to be finishing up with group stage, I think this should be a first ban from every team. Honestly, I think ET is... It's winning every game. It's winning across like every stream. It's winning. It's got like 60-something, 70-something, almost a 70% win rate across like 50 games. So I think we're really going to start that one taking out more. We even see the respect giving toward the Magnus too. So a completely different game we're going to be seeing. And Io is left in the pool. Monkey King's left in the pool. Weavers. It's
lots of
Io, Weaver, Monkey King are the three big ones that we've seen prioritized by majority.
Turn to pick.
Io first for IG. And OG. Do they want that Weaver?
I don't know.
Do they want the Monkey King? That was left in for a while.
Do the people hear it? Do they see it?
They do not.
They still see us.
Production! Ta-da!
10 seconds.
We'll have it in a second. But it is an Io first pick. It was a tiny Lesh banned from OG. And Io was first picked by IG. OG, they're going to grab Monkey King. Draft, hopefully for you guys in a moment.
Radiant's turn to pick.
JJ.
JJ, it was. Oh my JJ.
It's not JJ. Or is it? As they will take the Snapfire as well,
Depends how much it pays me. For now, it was JJ.
So we got Monkey King Snap, two super popular heroes. Flexible Monkey King, as we've come to see. Snapfire, also one of those heroes that has a really high win rate throughout this tournament. And good versus the IO. I see them pick up the Nyx, so this is cool because it's a counter versus Snapfire, and now perhaps they don't have to ban the Puck as much. Because from what I've seen, every single game where a team has IO, they third ban Puck instantly. Or fourth ban it. They do not like to play the IO versus the Puck because of the obvious reason. It's easily focused down. So let's see what other bans IG is going to be able to use now with them picking up their duo support.
OG. Do you still ban the Weaver or you leave the Weaver?
10 seconds.
Or do you not? Now that you've seen the two supports, is Weaver less likely to be picked now? Because you're like, well, if they were going to pick it, they would have rather picked it in a scenario where there would have been a bit more flexibility with it. Now that sort of the more clear hands shown, you know, because we don't always... This doesn't happen that many times, really, in the draft, right, where you do get your straight-up two supports first and then not really flexibility, right? I feel like all drafts we've seen, you have one sort of hero that could go somewhere else. This time from IG, like... I mean, sure, you know, we've obviously had OG, right? They play like an offlane IO. I don't think IG as a team would do that, though.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's a slight possibility, I guess, they can, but I really do think that, because they had the option of a lot of, like, they could have picked a different core up, but I think the big reason it's Nyx is because of that deterrent toward Puck, and yeah, it's good versus Snap, and then maybe they still can get the Weaver. I don't think OG's going to ban.
No, I don't think so.
No. I think they're going to look to cover Emo more, just taking out his comfortable hero. I don't think
probably lean next.
Honestly,
like
and also I think after, I don't think they're going to target Fly too much.
Sure.
I think the bigger priority.
Last game, or?
Yeah, I think the bigger priority on the team of IG is usually going to be Emo and JT. Fly usually just coasts by and gets his hero a lot of the. And they are going to ban that TA. So. But it's pretty crazy how they got pushed away from wanting the Earthshaker too.
Yeah, what happened to Bat? We don't Bat. We thought we'd see
remaining.
more
We
Bat,
thought
right?
we would, but I
But
guess
nobody.
anymore or
Yeah, no
something.
one's playing Bat.
People must have figured it out.
They're a dumpster. Yeah.
You get some.
For sure. But he was going because of some of the heroes. No, some of the popular heroes. That would have been. You say just
Here's the Radiant ban.
straight up. Oh, well, maybe yeah. OG they do ban the Bat, so they were thinking about it this game.
Well, they got
talking about the Bat. They did think about it here.
They do have the Monkey King, and I guess
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But
if they
we don't. No one's
Yeah.
really been picking it though.
It's true. And I guess the thing about the Monkey King is that it's so flexible, is that they could still put it mid for Thompson. And if they ban out the
Yeah.
Bat and the
Oh,
Storm,
very
then the
flexible.
matchup for the Monkey King is actually pretty good. Because those are the two heroes that
5
absolutely
seconds remaining.
destroy him in lane and in game. Storm sometimes can go both ways, but most of these players know how to play around the wait for that Jingu to about be happening, and then you pull him, and then you blow him up before he's even able to hit.
The Dire get a ban.
Volker ban. IG still, of course, they're still going to be targeting mostly those mids because Monkey King's just so flexible. It's very likely that it's just support and all that. It's pointless, but
10 seconds.
We saying
5 seconds remaining.
last time they did ban out the Storm.
yeah.
They have a chance to play him.
Lena, I mean, honestly, Shaker might not.
JT
Bad
Shaker,
ban because
sure.
JT just has
It
been
was-
owning with so hard, and he was literally the one who almost won the game for IG single. He'll take out Gyro.
All right, man. No, nobody wants to. Higher,
Yeah, I guess that is the case. Sure.
especially when you have that's very obviously going to be setting up as global
10
moves. And
seconds.
I want to bring someone in that's going to.
5 seconds
It's good
Very
ban.
remaining.
nice with
Yeah,
that
that might make
pace.
sense. Definitely. Took out the two mid pairing. They don't want to.
Geez, see if this next pick a bit more clarity on going or the OG drafts we've been getting used to, of course, at the eyes. We're going to give up much
Radiant's
at all.
turn to
I like
pick.
Night Stalker usually versus these two heroes, but okay, they're gonna go for group up. So this is the other concept people used to use. We got to see it a lot at Animajor. I think it was every time a team picked Nyx, the opposing team would pick DK, and then they just play up the group around, right? They group up, they pick team fight, and then Nyx Assassin into team fight is just like, wait a minute, guys, Vendetta is a useless
10
ability at this point.
seconds.
And both of these heroes actually are really susceptible to heavy
5
team fight push
seconds
line. Io and
remaining.
Nyx Assassin don't really provide much of anything to slow the pace of the game down.
No,
They
and
can't wave clear, and they don't provide team fight.
They don't. They just don't do anything to the.
They used to.
Radiant's
Yeah,
turn.
back in the
used to.
days of the break.
The
sure.
good old days.
Yeah.
So they'll pick the JT Mars, something else he's been really strong with, and that's probably that IO pairing that we've seen quite a lot of times now that just is really strong versus pretty much any core.
Ten seconds.
And well, with the DK picked as well, what that does say to you that
5 seconds remaining.
it's almost certainly just going to be tops of Monkey King and Seb DK.
That's what I would think, but
Yeah.
it's so flexible
So you
that
still
I
don't
think it's
know.
it's
I
all
feel
going
like-
to change when they see more.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure OG in the past has played like support
Dire's
DK as well.
turn to
Lena.
Well, now it's okay. So now they probably want to put the Monkey King safe lane,
Lycan.
and they're going to do the
Oh, they got
combo.
The Monkey King Lycan, that's
Monkey King like it
That's pretty
and
scary.
DK and DK like it.
and DK. Yeah,
We saw
that's-
EG try it. They got absolutely destroyed. They didn't get to make it work at all with the bite with the DK form, if I remember correctly from yesterday. But
Okay.
they have the potential for the
10
bites.
Seconds.
Not only that, they have the potential for the wolf being gobbled, the monkey wolf being
5
gobbled up and
seconds
being spit
remaining.
into
Dire's
the,
ban now.
or the dragon wolf being gobbled up and spit. Fun.
The Lena pick being left in this time on the draft.
Mhm.
Oh. OG come to regret that.
10
Go over the
seconds.
Will many issues as you would expect when it's in the
5
hands of
seconds
IG.
remaining.
Very strong.
Other thing about Mars versus Monkey King in a lot of
Here's the
situations, the
Radiant
ult
ban.
is a blessing versus the, if you're hopping around in trees, you click Mars ult, no more trees, Monkey King falls, easy sets up multiple times. Spear is also really strong versus Monkey. It's even in laning phase.
For IG, what sort of
seconds.
carries have we been seeing do well against these sort of Lycan lineups?
5 seconds
Someone who
remaining.
can punish him throughout the laning phase, because his lane, he just stands there, right? Like, he's this very just immobile hero. Someone who can kill. I want killers in the
Sure.
lane.
So would something like a Razor fit in for what IG want to do?
Love Razor. I feel like I've been asking for
Yeah.
Razor a lot of times, though, and people prioritizing as much. Some teams, sure. Yeah. Especially with the Nyx, because it's very likely going to be that Nyx Assassin 5 position.
Yeah, I think you'd have a good lane and 3 melee cores potentially. Easy
I can see it.
static links.
Yep.
And they can't run. They can't. Arena's out.
Arena's out, and they're
You
stuck.
know, they're just stuck in with the Razor.
I can see the
so
Razor
it's-
working really nice. Because then it's also... Yeah, no, I like it. Until later on, where they've...
Sure, and then they got these walls running
and
around
the wolves are
everywhere.
running around you,
Yeah.
so it would put
It would-
IG on a timing.
Dyer's
They have to play
bad
pretty-
now.
And if they ban Lifestealer,
Then
that
they're
means
probably
they're
not
probably
thinking
not
that.
thinking
Yeah,
Razor. So what would they be thinking?
But they are thinking what the Monkey King is going to be support with the snap and
Yes.
some else here is still to come.
Yeah, which could not be... Could be the case or could not be the
Turn to
case.
pick.
Or actually, I said, No Tail played D in the past as
I've-
support.
Very flexible. IG's going to have to reveal their hand first.
Yeah. What are they going to do? What's the plan here for Fly? Ready to have Wall run at them.
Can you just... I was thinking Terrorblade for a
10
second because then you
seconds.
just get the Feral Impulse for yourself every time. But nobody's really been doing the TB versus
5
Lycan, and
seconds
I thought
remaining.
I thought we were going to see it so much more. Every time Lycan was picked, I thought we were going to see Terrorblade because you just reflection him, you get Feral Impulse for yourself, you are hitting like a truck. And also they lack push. That does give them a little bit ways to
I'd
siege.
like to see some sort of big hard carry for Fly.
I think I
Absolutely,
like
TBs,
Terrorblade.
Deuces. Anything that's
Yeah.
sort of going to be able to hold their own whilst Mars locks them down with the arena.
It's going to be Sven, so that's the better lane, I guess, for it. And it's an IO pairing, and it does provide that like big armor for his teammates also versus heavy physical draft that OG have.
Okay.
Safer. And it's stronger in the lane. TB does make
10
the...
seconds.
The whole Feral Impulse thing is...
5 seconds remaining.
Response will be...
Is it a Samael hero, or you've seen Samael's hero shown? Carry is still to come.
I think Sven's been doing quite poorly, if I'm not mistaken. Like, bit of a risk for them to go for that one. 33% across 50. Stacking is still existing, but it's not as much of the name of the game as it used to be. You're not getting from it before. And I've seen these Svens they just get smashed in lane even too, a lot of the time. So this time probably not because it's a light. We did see from poor Eurus. Literally died like 3 times in laning.
Choose your hero.
Push. So it is going to be that Monkey King mid. Snapfire and DK are the supports. Good call.
Yeah.
You were right. No tail.
No
as
Tail
DK.
DK, yeah, I said it. Probably one of the only support players that does the support DK, but
I'm wondering how
it's
this
worked in the past.
How's this matchup going to be? Lina versus Monkey King. Sounds pretty tough for Thompson.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
That sounds real hard.
Emo Lena. Ooh,
Emo
good luck.
Lena
But
as
I
well,
mean, as
too,
we
yeah.
saw with the bans, it clearly wasn't that much of a problem in their eyes that they wanted to take it out. You know, they
Guess
rather
so.
looked towards heroes like the Gyro
Yeah.
rather than having that. You know, they did have that opportunity to ban Lena, and it was something they banned out in game 1. So
And in laning phase, it's a problem, but in game, once you're able to actually get on top of the Lina, things start to change. And they do have a lot of different ways to gap close on the side of OG. So, okay, maybe that's their concept of it, is just like Thompson's like, whatever, I'm going to lose the lane, but I'm going to be able to come back in the mid game, which is a lot of, I mean, it is a Thompson thing where, you know, lose lane, win game, stuff like that, where he's just super active and super playmaking, which is exactly what his style is.
and how's Luna doing nowadays as carry?
I don't think we've gotten a single Luna
No, we've
game, have
not.
we?
We've not cast it.
45%. She's had 11 games.
Bad?
Yep.
Middle?
I think I saw her paired up with some IOs and stuff like that, but definitely makes sense with the lineup that they have. Luna, Lycan, DK. Heavy push going to be coming out, and it is a very group-up-oriented lineup versus the IO. But I think IG stabilized their draft a little bit about not being able to take fights head-on when they this Sven and this. Wait, he's still not level 30 on the monkey.
Well,
King.
he's what, was
I
level
thought he was
29 or
30.
something?
I thought he was the 30 though.
He's close. He's close. He's nearly there, Thompson. Very impressive amount of games there, but
Oh, absolutely.
800. Monkey King. We go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of OG versus IG. Let's see if OG can get themselves that win.
They just immediately tip Emo every time. Emo to Sumail back.
IG, you know, I'm gonna be able to and get that win and make it so that
SR paired up with some IOs and stuff like that, but definitely makes sense with the lineup that they have. Luna, Lycan, DK. Heavy push going to be coming out, and it is a very group-up-oriented lineup versus the IO. But I think IG stabilized their draft a little bit about not being able to take fights head-on when they spend in this. Wait, he's still not level 30 on the monkey.
well,
King.
he's what, was
I
level
thought he was
29 or
30.
something?
I thought he was the 30 though.
He's close. He's close. He's nearly there, Thompson.
Who made you captain? It's pronounced Admiral.
Very impressive amount of games there, but
Oh, absolutely.
800. Monkey King. We go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of OG versus IG. Let's see if OG can get themselves that win.
They just immediately tip Emo every time. Emo to Sumail back.
IG, you know, I'm gonna be able to and get that win and make it so that OG's chances of being in the upper bracket are probably still up in the air. Right, I think that one win is not enough to guarantee. Right, there could still be scenarios where they don't get the upper bracket. Or, yeah, because if they, so at the moment they are
They'll be
10 to 5.
And if EG 2-0,
EG 2-0s,
they'll be 10.
they'll be 10-6. And if they 10-0, yeah, they'll be 10-6. So
10-6, 10-6. It could
10-6.
potentially be 10-6. It could be a 10-6 tie.
I think.
Consistent across the
Yeah.
board, but yeah, we'll see.
Don't quote us.
Don't
You
quote
can
us, but I'm
check
pretty-
the mainstream.
I
They
think
talk about all
They
that
talk
stuff.
about that
We
smart
don't.
stuff, but I think
We're here for the
I think if OG wins this one, they're almost secured.
Yeah,
Almost like
two
90s,
wins,
like
and I think
something
yeah,
like that,
OG. I'm pretty pretty sure OG is definitely If OG win this game, then they're guaranteed up as bracket. I'll go out and say that. I might be wrong. I'm wrong on that. Sep denied the bounty rune, so a very nice little bit of micro there.
That is a sad trombone indeed. And let's see how these lanes end up going. Looks like a pretty free
Well, actually,
lane.
I say pretty nice. I guess IG still got 2 bounty runes, so IG don't really care too much.
Yeah. Still sad trombone. Nobody likes bounty runes. Nobody likes money being destroyed. As bottom, Fly should have an absolute free farm on the bottom lane versus this Lycan. Also should be able to clean up some wolves too with the IO. And that is going to be the lane, by the way. It is the IO and the Sven they decided to go for because they just need to help out the Sven a little more. It's a melee hero, so makes sense. And they see the DK support, so they're like, all right, we can put Nyx up top. DK support.
See this mid lane.
Let's take a look. That's where we're all looking.
I mean, with the amount of games he's had, he would definitely played quite a few against the old Lena. Doesn't make it any easier. Still on a fun matchup.
I'm gonna need some heavy harass there going up for that range creep. I can't believe he stepped up for it. He still has a fairy fire to work with, but we'll end that lane 5-1 there. Just come out in the first 2 lanes. 1 CS ahead of Emo. But then constantly hit again. He does have a salve that he's gonna have to use, but
I mean, not bad so far.
not bad.
Pretty even on the CS on these first waves.
But they had to use money immediately for a salve. So it's
Sure.
the CS is there, but you know he's gonna have to spend a lot more on regen. He has to rush boots so that he can ensure that he survives. Can't go for bottle. So Emo, he's gonna have his bottle coming out any moment now. And yeah, Lena will pull ahead in the gold department pretty quickly. Bottom, can they clean up a wolf? Not quite. Seb with some nice micro. Top Sumail is still able to free. He does have this tanky DK that's just able to be a deterrent from them going aggro. They're even gonna go for Kaka here. Decent damage coming in. Now JT, the damage, it does hurt. Lunar Blessing, stun in 2 seconds for No Tail.
Doing quite well here. This support DK. Just walk up and stun, tank the passive, and trade pretty effectively here against these twos.
Most of these like strength melee heroes trade really well with Nix's hat. It does this lane, the decision to swap up from IG makes it a bit weaker because then Nix is top, but JT still, he's still hanging on his. Thompson does dodge the stun. Does mean that he connects with the 4 hits. Glyph comes out late. Actually, I think the Glyph may have clipped it, right?
They got the Glyph off. They got the Glyph
off.
Hit
the hero, so he still heals,
Yeah, he just got the hero heal. Nice timing there from IG. Tops and lows. Those down goes and verifies though.
Will they check the rune? Will they help Thompson check runes? It's eyes on Soxa usually to determine if they're gonna help go for that 4-minute water rune together. Probably will. I want to see somebody check it. I see Kaka's already on the way over to check it for Emo. Emo's gonna be able to get his own bounty rune to fill up his own bottle. Ollie.
Money to burn.
Oh, he's very lucky that Soxa does not connect with that cookie. He's also lucky to have a bounty rune.
Well, get the both runes here for Emo if he wants to get his mana all the way up. And so that's actually Thompson. It's a bit speedier. We'll force Ollie to take this.
He's going to commit.
He's going to step up and look for Ollie, but the stun is out.
He is in trouble.
He's trying to get that Jingu stack up, but he's struggling to do so. It's worn off now, and he's going to go down. First blood for Emo. It felt strong because Soxa was coming round to help out.
And now Soxa too.
He's looking pretty dead as well. Emo lands the light strike. This is going to... Oh, let's get the neutral deny. He can't. Double kill for Emo. Oh, that's a rough one there for OG.
Thompson forced it too. He just kept going in for the kill because he had Soxa connecting, but gets baited a little bit there. Double kill for Emo and a high 5. And Ollie stacks a camp too. Great rotation from the IO.
Absolutely good moves as well. I mean, you can see he's just one hit away from getting the lifesteal up, but didn't quite grab him.
Flyby, he was alone down bottom, but he was just fine because he's versus the Lycan. He can't really pressure him too much. Now, Soxa returns. Ollie is required. Sep's doing some nice micro though, not losing any. Why? Any harassment? There's another cookie.
Top lane. I mean, look at No Tail guy just going in
running
and
at him,
smacking him here.
He's doing God's work for the Luna. Look at JT's last hits. 14. No Tail's just bodying him. With the Luna aura, it really does make such a big difference. It's a plus 15 damage on the DK, plus 6 armor. It's like pretty ridiculous of a hero to trade verse.
So it's going to be another complete free farm for Smell at the start.
Yep.
So same to be said for Fly, but I see some 2 very fun carries out of the laning stage here.
Illusion.
No Tail runs in, steals the rune. Thompson starting to get his tower pressured, and Emo does have an illusion rune, so he can keep this catapult alive even longer for the next creep wave to come in. They have to help mid, otherwise they're going to lose this tower. They're rotating both supports now, OG.
Emo's pretty far up. Set up with the boundless strike. Cookie is... Oh, nice move from Emo. Turns around and he's got the backup. Laguna comes out there to blow up Thompson. Very nice play there from IG. As they outplay the attempt of OG, and the tower is going to continue to get beat down upon.
Still alive.
It's still up the catapult.
It will go down now, but more than about 1,200 damage onto that tower, plus a kill. They knew the move was going to come. They knew OG's going to come help because of the way the pressure comes, so they double rotate as well. Real heads-up stuff.
Big, 2 times now the attempt's been made around mid to do something about Emo, and Emo's just... He's been able to outplay them with the backup of his teammates.
Very good awareness from the side of IG. No Tail. He's just striding through, walking through, giving information for his team, blocking up some Ancients now to ensure that the Sven
is about to
crazy amount of stacks. On him. Seb. This time he might go down. 2 more hits. Oh! It's...
Oh, he missed him!
He's been juked.
Oh, but now he's found him.
Not this time.
There we go. The kill's a success.
Hotel also starting to get chased out here. Has 13 armor, though, so a bit harder to chew through.
How long we got left on the God Shrimp?
Still a decent amount of time.
Yeah. And he's got Saxa here as well.
Saxa's in the area.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Swallowed up by a bigger fish. And then by
the delivery of his items, and an excellent start, as we said, for the Sven. Just a bit ahead of that Luna.
Dire have the spyglass at hand.
It's a very solid early game. We see IG as well getting into the jungle of OG.
Looking to contest these stacks because Emo has a haste. Sumail dodging both stuns and surviving because of it. Right.
Dire's top tower
still has a haste.
needs some friends.
Get away from Thompson, but Thompson does get the jump onto him.
Trying to chase.
Dire's top tower is about
speedy
to take the plunge.
So he's come down bottom to try and soak up some XP. God Shrink's down. He's too much threat. These two won't have damage to take him out, even as the support.
Yeah, and it's better for him to get the experience down there, as Seb is just able to jungle, so they're maximizing really nice. However, IG, this time around in the laning phase, 4-0, 1k gold advantage. Even though JT did come out behind in the top lane, the rest of the lanes looked really good for the side of IG. No stacks to be made at all. Blocked, but they haven't even gone to attempt to stack.
Right. Fly, he's coming in. So Thompson is going to be there to back up Seb, and Ollie, he's going to be in a whole world of pain here. 3 of them will easily kill off Ollie. A little ambitious there from IG to step up into the triangle, but I get Fly. He does survive. Yep. Kaka, keep an eye on Sumail here and trying to take some of these creeps away. We'll actually get a couple of them.
Soaking all that XP too is nice. No-Tail does hit 6 from being down bottom, starting to just poke the bottom tower. Hits it once, backs away, hits it another time, backs away. That pressure going up the tower. Top, Ollie TPs, fills up Emo's bottle to keep his presence on the map, and they're going to look to take out this top tower. Saxa, level 4. How is our support levels? Yeah, he's the one who's the most behind. And it's going to be a tough game for Snapfire, as we mentioned from the draft. Playing at the Nyx Assassin, it's always going to be a much more challenging time to ever get Mortimer kisses off.
Dire's top tower is gone. Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Trying to hunt for him.
Did cut the right one.
Radiant's bottom tower has rung its
Very hard to catch.
bell.
It's a moment in time, so they also sort of blink, so ways to close the gap easier.
7 No-Tail will be able to finish off that bottom tower.
Oh, he's coming in.
Time. The reload.
They did find the setup on the Thompson. He's going to get the ult off, but here comes JT, brought over by Ollie. The arena down, they get the kill.
Sumail. They finish him.
2 of them.
They can.
Got the damage to JT. JT's going to go for the TP out. Anything to stop it? There is not.
They use both stuns on the same target.
Mid tower goes down as well by the looks of it here. They have got the fortification, but it's very shortly falling.
IG's making the more heads-up moves. Will they get the deny, though? Nicely timed from Saxa. Wow.
Was denied.
Fly is getting quite a bit ahead, though. 1,400 ahead of the Luna. Mail's gone for the 4 points in the Lunar Blessing that we've seen popularized most times. Now he's going back to max his glaives. Fly should have a much better opportunity of keeping himself ahead of that Luna for quite some time, even though they're not getting those stacks going.
And you like this room in this game, the mask into the blink. No Echo Saber for this man.
Oh, he went blink.
He did.
Oh, he's looking to play super aggressive then. I'm cool. Yeah, he's already so far ahead. He doesn't need to go for any more type of farming. Sure, why not? Always can be a bit of a risk with the Mask of Madness. Just has to be a little careful of when and how he pops it. Make sure he gets the war cry off every single time. First, of course, but...
And this man's a professional.
Of course. Still have seen lots of professionals still pop the Mask of Madness pre-war cry.
Hey, come on, you're an ex-professional.
Hey. JT. There's the kisses. Successful one. Saxa.
And this'll sap some of their starch.
Dire are scared.
Get a rune, and IG still on the hunt. Smoked up Vendetta, not up though for 8 seconds, but they Sumail.
Oh, Sumail.
Blessings
Walking up,
upon
Kaka though, shows himself with the blink.
Oh,
there's the reveal.
They're gonna have the damage surely with the squad strength. Sumail's trying to run. He actually's got backup coming in.
Oh,
Good
nice
stun
stun
from
from
Kaka
Kaka.
over towards Seb. Sumail will still manage to get away in time. OG, what can they do in return, Seb? Trying to run down Ollie. Get the stun onto Fly. Ollie's just gonna take him out. Gonna come out with a relocate, take them away from the sword. Emo's coming now and just up to the high ground, yeah. Repositioning so they could come back in hard. They run back down the hill. Seb's trying to run, but with the blink, Fly's in, cuts him out.
That was really cute there by Ollie. It looked like kind of this like pointless reload, but just slight repositioning maybe made OG think that they completely ditched out of the area. That was actually pretty heads up. And the blink dagger immediately pays off.
Yeah.
Sure,
Oh yeah, it does.
they don't get the kill onto Sumail, but you can see the aggression that he wants to go for, and he's able to take an ancient staff. They did have at the ready for already seeing why he did go for that. Yeah, they're just feeling. I'm sure they're feeling like we're quite ahead after this laning phase. Every single lane went. Yeah, okay, 2 of the lanes went very advantageous for us. Top lane was kind of like whatever for the Mars. So just keep the ball rolling. Don't play a passive style. Look to keep pressuring this greedy OG draft, because that is what it is.
It is.
It's a DK5. We have a Lycan and we have a Luna on the team. It's mostly physical damage. They actually have like no magical. It's really just going to be coming from Snapfire in the early game, since of course the Lunas, they don't even get Eclipse until way later on. They don't even get.
They try and make a move top. They just show some mail up here, and now you have the smoke up from Thompson
Kaka.
and No Tail.
Here, the dust instantly popped.
They get that Jingu built up as well, but the rest of IG out of this area.
Radiant's bottom tower faces
Stun
a
on
stiff
Seb,
wind.
Mask of Madness on Sumail. The farm will continue for him. So, yeah, I mean, still, yeah, got a bit of catching up to do here. Fly, very farmed here on this opening, having a much better game than he did last time on his Slark at the beginning.
Absolutely. And he's going to be going back for Echo anyway, because it's just such a valuable item on the Sven.
You said, you know, with being able to do what he did with the blink in those fights, get the positioning for the kills, he's ended up getting those 2 items the quickest by getting them in this order this game.
And it makes sense when JT went for Armlet, right? Like, they needed some type of initiation tool to be able to make aggressive plays, because
That's really nice.
their offlaner went for such a greedy play. But that does mean that JT's going to be able to farm really strong. Ooh!
A surprise! A dragon jumps out from the trees. No Tail's in on top of Emo. Emo's able to turn still. Thompson, he's getting low, and Emo's able to run out. Thompson will fall. No Tail.
It was a surprise dragon, but
Yeah, he was quick to tumble, and now to crumble. 2 heroes dead off the back of that. And yeah, they were prepared for that one. Not much of a surprise at all.
and the Dominator creep just gets annihilated there from Fly, as well as the Wolves. Continues to get that growth going, and these are constant plays from IG continue to happen. And I cannot believe that Emo lives.
Yeah,
But he's so speedy.
He really is.
Windlace plus the Warcry. As soon as the Sven arrives, he was a 550 movement speed, just zooming out of there. And again, instant smoke.
They're just going.
They're just
and
looking
going
for more.
They know that someone's going to be farming here, and they found him. Seb getting jumped by Fly. Kaka's in with a follow-up. Seb cannot run for this. No Tail's heading over. See if can they actually fight into this? Mail's moving in as well. Thompson closing the gap here across the trees, but IG speedy.
I thought he was going to Tumbler and perhaps get a stun onto one of them. Like? Thought maybe he had range for to get the Sven, but I don't think that's the target that he wanted. He wanted to get the IO. Ollie already has mech finished up too on this IO. Nice and early on for the team. So we're already seeing pretty massive damage lacking on the side of OG. Now with a mech, they're really going to be taking out too many of these heroes on the side of IG. And JT, even though he went for that greedy armlet build to catch himself back up after a tough laning phase, he's got Blink Dagger already on Mars too. So different forms of initiation. They almost have BKB on the Lina. Things are looking really good for IG this game.
Oh, they have a solid lead right now, 5k up. I mean, the items just flying out. BKB, yeah, when that's there, they can't kill the Sven through the BKB. I mean, you said already, just damage struggles are real for OG at this stage of the game with the fights that IG's bringing.
It feels like
it's gonna be invincible.
And it feels like there's a lot of things struggling. It's not just damage, it's how does OG initiate? How do they team fight? And yeah, there's just so many different things that they are missing at this point. Because the big team fight that's gonna be coming out from them is the Snapfire, who's gonna get canceled most of the time from the Nyx. And Thompson's just not tanky enough to stand in his Wukong. He'll just get killed right through it if he tries to hold his ground. Soxa just gets quickly eviscerated, and the relocate top immediately.
They get on top of Sumail.
This is getting pretty out of hand right now.
It really is. OG falling apart right now. Emo, they're trying to kill him, but the backup's in. They can't. Emo's going to be healed back up. No Tail's in with the Dragon Tail stun. He's got to run. Jump forward from JT there, getting the angle for the spear back. 3 more for IG. As they're styling over OG right now. OG struggling to find their footing here against the speed that IG's playing.
And I'm not sure when they do find their footing. I'm really trying to think of it, because without the initiation, it feels like probably when they have, I mean, Blink on DK as the 5 position, but that's going to come in at such a long time. And Thompson,
jump bottom.
He's found.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Well, he's still going to die.
It might not matter. All part of the plan there from JT is like, look, I'm going to miss the spear, so he wastes his ultimate, and then we'll kill him. Big brain stuff from JT. Sure.
Yeah, their team fight does not come together for a long time. It's like when Sumail, BKB, and Blink on DK, but IG might just get too far ahead in these next few moments. BKB done on Emo with a DD in the bottle, and his team is look at this, instantly swinging over to make more plays. There's no downtime from IG
killers
right
here.
now. They know how ahead they are. And I think they know how greedy and how weak the OG draft is feeling in this early. BB also for our... Oh my goodness. Fly.
18 minutes. That's all it's taken him to get this big.
Disassembled, but he already has the Echo Saber finished up again. 1 or 2 more hits. Well, we'll never be able to stand toe-to-toe with this Sven now. Get on top of him super easy. You can run him down. He's got BKB to survive versus all the burst. Even a blink now on the Nyx. Kaka also has one, so...
Oh, JT!
Sumail!
He's caught him! Straight in onto Sumail, who was at the front of it all. Sumail gets burst. The BKB up, they turn over to No-Tail. The Dragon Tech gets taken out. Thompson also caught by the stunner. Kaka, 3 down.
This one is looking pretty over, Owen.
I don't think they can do it. Very, very rough, this one. I mean, IG...
They're just steamrolling.
They absolutely are. There's just been no issues at all for IG this game. It's been completely smooth sailing.
Into Roche as well. Quick and easy. Yeah, not seeing a point of recovery at all for the side of OG. Just everyone is just getting destroyed.
Sumail just on the front of it all, and JT takes complete advantage of that. In he goes, instantly taking out the carry, and then things just continue to fall apart once again in the team fight for OG. Nothing more to offer there.
They're always looking for the +1. Kaka just in for the next kill. And now look at Kaka. He's already prepping for the end of the game, placing some base wards perhaps, or just looking for maybe not end of game, but big catches they can get into the base if they do see OG showing. That was also the Helm of the Overlord reveal. Didn't matter at all.
Is under attack.
More time needed for Sumail to have a BKB, but they're not giving it to him.
Look at him go. Under the tier 2, setting things up. They're in. Sumail will pop the ult, but IG, they'll pop him.
This is irrecoverable. It really does feel like. Split push time.
Middle tower is under attack.
They're hunting Thompson.
Oh, in they go. Thompson, he'll try and fight back with the ult. Maybe see if he can get the Jingu built up. He does.
Can he get Ollie?
Maybe he can get Ollie. No, Ollie's out. He's
so
away. Out of the Wukong Saman. Thompson dead again. Fly now. God, like they're trying to make a bit of a move onto JT. It's not working out at all.
Okay.
But the kisses.
But the Carapace.
All right, they'll get one. They get JT.
Oh, and Kaka.
TPs are coming over, but Kaka will fall. OG actually able to find a couple of kills down here, and they might just find the tower as well.
Yep. Sven canceled the TP too. Relocate down for 30 seconds, so tower will drop. OG finally, I think for the first time in this game, are able to make their own
They
move.
find something. Yeah.
Does cost them quite a bit.
Dire's
Top lane
is about to take the plunge.
And Sumail is still struggling. He's still just like, I don't really know where to go, guys. Can't really get much space on the map. I don't even have my BKB done yet. And with BKB, sure, he'll be a bit more survivable versus the magical burst damage, but as we've seen so far from IG,
Dire's top tower is under
but at least he won't get like stunned or pinned. More protected.
Dire's top tower is about
How's our
to
experience
take the
also?
plunge.
That's the thing too, is this massive experience lead on top of the gold lead for IG. We're to level 18. Sven already. This is only level 14. The spread that we've got going on right now from
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
And again, like we said, no hesitation. Up. He's found.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff win.
Mid 2 Emo still in the area, perhaps looking for something. No tail.
Oh, he's gonna go for it.
Blow him.
Making it look easy here. Full Shadow Blade on the way up.
And that's the base.
And, oh, the
base
Kaka's
ward.
in!
The Kaka base
Oh,
wards.
a beautiful stun there. Onto the two of them. They jump straight up to the high ground. Samael's gone. So is Zaxa.
And you know what? Maybe those base wards that Kaka placed were those game-ending wards. As you can see his 3 kills, sets him up perfectly for his team. He still gonna stick in it.
Radiant's top tower.
Kaka already.
is on the
He
rocks.
sees Topson top. He's already set up. Topson. To know this though.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
What's the plan for OG? As you say, they're holding on, they're staying in, but barely.
I think the plan
23 to 6 down 10k.
The plan was devastated. It was changed completely because IG just crippled them so much throughout all these lanes. Because they ideally wanted to go for, you know, this Aghanim's Bite, everything on Seb to be able to buff up their Monkey King as well as their Luna, but doesn't feel like they're gonna get to that point, so they have to just now ad-lib. Full Silver Edge for the Sven. New item every minute or so. 10-0-8 on Fly. Nice and cheap.
Well, they're going to try and jump no tail.
Let's see.
Start things off with the stun. Fly's looking over towards Seb. Emo getting low, but the heals come out from Ollie. Emo still goes down the once. That's the Aegis gone. Look over towards JT. JT was able to get the arena off as Thompson also able to drop the Wukong's command. Fly to the back line. Behind Samael. You know, Fly's going to be looking for more in a second. When he has the blink available, up to the high ground he goes. Closes the gap onto Zaxa. Zaxa. No escape for him. They may have got JT, but it's, again, just a painful trade for OG, losing 3 for it.
And just Sumail just continuously gets no space. And he used BKB attempting to survive and just dies anyway during it, so. Whew. Continues to be IG show.
Thompson. He's also been found here. I mean, Thompson, he's dead.
Okay.
And Seb,
he'll be okay.
Got to be careful of potential jumps from Fly. Has got no tail by his side, I guess.
If Fly had more mana, he would have been able to kill Seb, but did run out. No-Tail's like thinking about going into on. He could potentially just get 2-shotted if he does get hit by this set. He's almost doubled by the Sven.
Oh my goodness.
No space for him to farm anywhere. Ollie really has been masterclassing it on the IO this game. Getting the Sven right on top of this. 1, 2, and 24. He's put 25 and 27 kills on the IO. That is pretty remarkable.
Tower is under attack. Draw a line to Radiant's middle tower. Fortified structures can't be breached.
There's no chance of holding these towers. OG trying to push on with the walls. They have that extra sort of momentum to push back against IG's creeps, but it's IG that's outside of the base of OG. They're outside at the top. OG, what do they got? What can they do to stop this?
Kako's already hunting too. He's on top of Sumail in the bottom lane.
Oh, Samael.
Ooh.
Oh, you. Catch him?
Sentry Ward, I think, got caught
Maybe
vision of him
caught
for a
Kaka early when he was sweeping
split
around,
second.
yeah.
He was dead otherwise. He
Yeah.
would have used the Carapace on the glaive into a stun, and that would have been a full relocate setup. Ollie?
I'm just going to let him go.
Yeah, they left him.
Rest of them bailing on Ollie. Poor old Aya.
这么菜的队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
For Sumail, but having to use the BKB again fully defensively, down to 7 seconds.
Dire are scanning
they are
for enemies.
grouping up just in case OG were trying to look to make a go while Zolly was down.
In case of anything, they would together. BKB on the Mars is done too. Very survivable. Mo with his Silver Edge. Bought a recipe again. He got a recipe.
The bottom. Really tight, Hunter.
And now we have Topson with an item. He has time to protect himself.
No doubt.
That's
just jumps in for a bit of a poke onto Fly. Trying to get some attention from IG down to that top lane.
IG is going to swing over for a Fly because Fly, as we said, a new item every minute, has a Satanic now. This fan is...
Seb's got to be careful showing himself here. Stay hidden in the trees.
And even his helm, it's worth just as much as his life. Plus 250, Fly.
Great arms as well here, Paladins. That's the Eye or the Sven. Healing. Top. I mean, OG, they still hanging around.
They have to be careful hanging around too. Ollie,
yeah,
the spirits. Yep, he's got the talent at 15 also too, so that max range definitely does provide a bit more. Wolves down bottom. How to get the push going? I believe that's the shard.
Yeah, he's had it for a while now, just sort of pushing the waves out. That's a lot of damage.
It definitely is. Triple on the tower is no joke. That attack speed reduction, look at it. Tower attack's extremely slow.
Haste.
Push up as well, of course, if IG want to try and take that.
Oh, and they actually give the Paladin sword to Emo. He wants to be able to stand his ground and heal up a little bit more. Since
okay.
Hey, Fly, the Quicksilver is still very useful. The movement speed that you get when you pop. Zooming.
Will be an easy rosh here for IG.
Wants the shard.
T-bar looks fit.
JT's gonna take it. Sure. Fly's like, nah.
Game going, OG. Yeah, the push at the walls. A few more of those and this tower will die.
Actually, it's adding up.
Yeah.
The cripple really does make a big difference. Just going.
Oh, Fly. Oh, he wants to go for this, but no tell.
Spider legs. Spider dragon. We'll get away. Sox even trying to do split push as best as possible in the top lane since they know IG's definitely looking for a battle, looking for any type of fight to get themselves a push going.
Visibility.
Yeah, about perhaps still with the Aegis.
Two of them, it's still not enough, really.
Ooh, now they get the two newtons. There we go. Titan Slivers picked up. Now they can give that one to the Sven. Robe. You carry that. 50 for them.
It's a lot of gold for these 8s.
Yeah, it is. I think that's like
quite a lot he's got.
5 of them, maybe. He's killed more. I'm not sure, because they also killed some Dominators before that. Absolutely add up. Sumail, I want to say he's catching up. Not really, but he has not doubled anymore.
They're trying to bring down
he has farmed about 4,000 gold in the same time that the Sven farmed about 5,000. So I'd say that's pretty good for the positioning that OG's at. IG still with complete control of this game though.
Is under attack.
AC for our Lycan, Seb. And we have a Lincoln's for our Lina on.
Radiant's top
So the DK stun. Initial go onto the Emo is going to be a lot more difficult than mid. They might kick up a fight.
They get the stun onto the Sven.
Sumail.
See, he's already onto Sumail. The Sumail is so low. Is he going to be able to get out of this? He's trying to run, but the damage is done. Emo has the right clicks to take out Sumail. He's out for a minute. Thompson trying to battle underneath the Wukong's command. He's still alive, Thompson, but finally falls. Fly, just full HP. Pops the BKB and the God Strength. They get the spear connection on the Seb. 4 dead. No buyback on 2 of them either. As they're up to the high ground, they're ready to take the mid-set.
Well, it did feel like it had been over for quite some time. They're still going to hang on with the glyph, but there's just nothing they can do. Sumail has no game. He literally just dies every single team fight anytime he shows his face as onto tier 4s. Saxa will kill the creep wave in an attempt to get the backdoor kicking back in.
They've got a buyback on Thompson as well, but his push is coming in pretty hard. We'll get sidetracked here for a kill as they look to no-tail, and it will be an easy one. Jump in the spear back. The Ancient is exposed.
Flip stack up though. Look at Saxa. He's pulled the creep wave.
He's doing his best here, Saxa, to keep the game going.
Kills the DD as well.
Keep the game alive here.
Around. Trying his damnedest.
Middle barrel.
They do get him. Creep wave now.
He has buyback though.
Gets sword his team.
Saxa can buy back.
He does, but his team can't defend. His team can't fight ever versus IG. Swift blink. Hey, this Sven is back up to the double of the net worth of the Luna, as we said.
Oh, in they go. Sumail, here's the buyback, trying to cookie Sumail instead. In fact, they get the cookie connection onto JT.
Thompson.
Sumail, he's out with the BKB to the side. Thompson has been caught out by the stun. Sumail trying to stand grab, but again, Emo just hitting too hard. Sumail's going to run back to the fountain. Sumail will live. Thompson looking to get on top of Fly and JT. Saxa set to the side. Fly getting low. Fly is able to turn. The Wuko's command is out, but Fly, he's got the heals coming out from Ollie. The stun catches them all pretty much. Only Thompson left alive. GG, it's called. 38-9. IG completely stomping OG here in this game too. They just didn't have a chance here, OG. I think it was barely a few minutes in, and it looked like this game was over.